Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first ever Penguin Talk on YouTube. Today we're interviewing the heads or the devs of DonaldBump. And yeah,
Hello.
let's say hello to them and let them introduce themselves.
Um, you're right. I'm Andrew. I'm the main dev for Bump. I have two core team members. I've got Lord Nikon
Hello.
and I've got Justin as well.
What's up?
Hello, guys. Welcome.
You all right?
Thank you. Appreciate you having us.
Yeah, no problem. I'm super glad that you can that you could make it and that you're joining. Yeah, Lord Nicken, what's your role exactly in the team?
Well, I've always had a gift for gab and talking, and so I usually do a lot of the public relations kind of stuff. I also am a writer.
Oh,
A
okay,
lot of the
that's
stuff you
cool.
say that a lot of the stuff you say that we put out on on social media and some of the write ups we do. I also dabble in some stuff on Twitter myself, just doing personal um, like
Yeah,
personal articles and things like that on there. So I do a lot of the behind the scenes stuff with social media, any kind of writing, stuff like that. I generally handle, and I've been in sales personally for years in marketing, so help out a lot with any kind of ideas on marketing strategies, things like that.
oh, that's great. Yeah, that's of course a huge advantage, right? Having somebody who's good at marketing directly in your team. That's great. Okay, how about Dark Phoenix?
Yeah,
Maybe you
sorry,
want
I'm running
to
the stuff. Yeah,
tell us a
sorry.
bit?
My name's Justin. My name's Justin, and Andrew and Shannon are good friends of mine. We met Andrew, of course, doing Bump,
Yeah.
and actually, me and Shannon live probably 3 miles from each other. Our kids play travel competitive softball together.
Ah,
They
yeah,
go to the
that's
same
great.
school,
That's great.
so we went to school together. He's a little older than me, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to hold that against him.
I hate you,
But
Justin. I hate you, Justin.
But yes, between Andrew and Shannon, they're doing amazing jobs. I'm way on the back end of this. Not saying way, but I try to come up with the ideas of extra
Yeah.
little things, fun things to do. Like we just did during the election, we did the bump spin. We gave away 2,000 CASPA total, and all you
Mhm.
do is dropped your wallet in there, and I put it on a spin wheel and then videoed it and then sent it and then transferred the funds over. And we gave away a lot of bump too, of
Yeah.
course. And
Yeah.
Yeah, we
we're
did.
looking we're looking more into that and getting it
Man, I
back
missed that.
excited.
I somehow missed that. Uh,
It was pretty
But yeah,
crazy in there.
thank you
yeah,
for
yeah.
having us though, man. For sure.
No problem. Yeah. I would love to have a chance at winning at that, but I was too slow. I wasn't there, man. Um okay. How did you guys meet? Like I know that Andrew is from the UK and you guys sound like you're from America, like
So,
Texas or something, I would say.
so we originally met.
Yeah, I just laughed without having my mic on. We're
Yeah.
from Mississippi.
Everybody,
Ah, okay.
yeah, everybody always thinks Americans are from Texas. It's an
Yeah.
inside joke with our group. But
Yeah.
Oh,
we've
no,
told Andrew
what? That's
100 times we're from Mississippi, and he still introduces us from Texas every time. Every time.
I swear you told me Texas.
It's
Is that accent?
Yeah.
yeah, we do have a very strong Southern drawl.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of funny. It's funny how we initially kind of met. I mean, back in the heyday of the Solana kind of craze, where all these tokens were popping up left and right.
Yeah.
It just so happened, me and Justin, like I said, we've known each other for hell shit since like junior high school, maybe even before then. We've been in crypto for a long time, and we're always trying to find new projects and things to get into. And somehow we came across Donald Bump on Solana. And so we were
Yeah.
like, look at this. This is a Trump coin. We're big Trump guys. So we
Yeah.
hopped
Yeah.
over in there and bought a bag. And we're like, this is pretty cool, man. We should hang out and like try to help grow this thing up. And that's kind of what we did. And also in that group was Andrew. And somehow me and Andrew and Justin kind of grew together. We just like talking with each other and chatting and all that other good stuff. Over the time of that project, me and Andrew were tasked with like we did a lot of the social media for Donald Bump. About the only thing we had our hands on was TikTok, but we made that thing a banger, man. We had at one point the 4,500 followers, Andrew.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy.
No, we had like
We had
20,000 likes.
Yeah, so you're really
we
experienced
were
with
killing
like
it.
social media marketing, right? So this should be
Oh yeah.
great news for Bump on
Oh, and
Caspa, that is.
yeah, and Andrew got to. I mean, because I was 6 hours ahead of UK by the time Andrew woke up, and something that broke here, he would be on top of it. So at first we had a ton of folks in the original bump from Europe, and so we didn't have a whole lot of Americans, which I thought was incredibly amazing. Is how many people were like love Trump worldwide. Didn't really
Yeah,
know
it's
that until
crazy.
we got into
It's
that,
crazy.
but like majority of our followers were from like the UK and over in Europe, and so we were breaking stuff over there like they hadn't heard about it. And so
Yeah.
we had folks following us for like real news. And Andrew got to where he was just a dynamo on TikTok. Man, that guy could rival any teenage girl right now head to head in the competition. And he got he got he got real good at it, and we were pumping those things out left and right. And we got lucky, and actually the Hot Two sensation, we got on the forefront of that and had a viral one. And
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sick, yeah.
we hit what was it? 100 and something thousand views, Andrew, or was it more than that?
Um, it was 176,000, I think it ended
Oh
up at.
wow.
And it had something like 12,000, no, about 7,000 likes on it as well. It was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
insane how mad that went.
And so, unfortunately, we also like to push the limits with our TikTok.
Yeah.
We got ourselves banned,
Oh,
which we
oh
think
man.
we thought it was big. We thought it was BS because
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's subjective, and I think it was nothing major. We just like girls in bikinis wearing American flags and stuff. They just don't get it.
Yeah.
They don't get it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, but
That's
we wound up
you
we
gotta be
wound up
careful
getting
with that. You gotta be careful, yeah.
It was the
you do,
But
and then we wound up.
Michelle Obama as well, weren't it? Oh, good old Big Mike.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think you also
that one was it too.
you have to be careful with political content, I believe, on TikTok. I think that's another
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah,
They like to literally stop that stuff in its stream. So
Yep.
the view literally just stop. They pull it off the For You page and that's it. But if you get a good momentum on it at first, it tends to push itself out, even if they take it off the For You page, which
Yeah.
is always a bonus.
Yeah. And right now for your project on Caspa, do you also
Well,
have a
we
TikTok? Are you also like
yeah, we
gaining
do.
these numbers, or is it a bit different?
Well, as Shannon was saying, we kind of jumped in as just like investors in the Solana bump, and we ended up being a CTO on Solana because the dev
Yeah.
just vanished. And obviously we had talked with the dev originally through messaging and stuff, and I reached out to him and said, "Look, can we CTO it?" And we took over everything then. But we came to the conclusion probably how long was it, Shannon? Was it about
it was.
4
I,
weeks into our
yeah, and it's kind of funny because like when the dev left, it just got really slow in there, and it wasn't. I mean, we were battling an uphill battle with that one. And Andrew reached out to me. He's like, "Hey, man." He's like, "I want you to come back to the band." Essentially, and I was like, "What do you think?" I was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "We're going to do a community take." I was like, "We're going to have control of like everything." He goes, "Yeah," and I was like, "Let's go." I'm back, and so
Yeah, that's sick.
uh,
That's sick.
I, I and I brought Justin back in, and we started we started grinding, and me and Justin have been huge Caspa guys for a long time. I tried to get Justin in. This is a funny story. I really like to mess with Justin because he's like one of my best friends, but I like to bully him a lot. But like back in the day, I was buying Caspa at like a penny, penny and a half, and I was telling him back then, like, hey, I'm telling you, you better start buying this crap. This is going to be the next big thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know, man. I don't know, man. He got in at like 8 cents, and every day
Oh.
he kicks himself in the ass for waiting. But
Mm.
we've been Casper guys for a while, and so when we started looking into the KRC20, we were like, why are we installed? Why don't we get into what's going to be the future? And Caspa, like any Caspa match or anybody who's being Caspa will tell you that they believe it's going to be the next Bitcoin. It has nothing but green, green lights ahead. There's no red flags. And so we're like, why are we beating ourselves trying to bring this one up? Let's go to the Caspa and let's try it over there. Let's see what we can do. And so what we've done is we've migrated all our holders to the KRC20 side. So we brought all the initial Bump family to KRC with us. And so we basically imported our whole community through the Caspa side, which has been
That's
pretty cool.
awesome. Yeah, that's a huge step for onboarding people to the Casper ecosystem. Like that's great
Yeah.
news. That's awesome.
That's one thing. That's one thing. A lot of these projects want as well is to bring Solana like investors over to this,
Yeah,
and
correct,
we
correct.
we actually did it. We bought our whole. Well, if any others pop up, we will migrate them over. But we literally bought them to the KRC20. We trained them up like how to use the Casper bot and the trade, like the trading features and the minting features, and then every single one of them is so happy that they've bought over to us, and they see how hard we're working for what originally was literally at the bottom. So they've been loyal to us the entire time, which we really appreciate from them.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
great to hear. And the initial idea to create this token or recreate this token on Casper, how did you get this idea?
Well,
Actually,
go on, you go.
I'm about to say, coming to the KRC20, actually, I hate to give Justin props ever, but Justin was like, hey, let's get with Andrew and let's see if we can move this stuff. Now, of course, it sounded a little higher pitched because Justin has a high pitched voice, but he's like, hey, man, let's call and check with Andrew, see if he wants to go to KRC20.
Yeah,
And I was like, but that's like minting and stuff. Like at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was scared because I'd never done anything like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
And he started doing his research and was like, I'm telling you, this is not gonna be hard. I'm like, okay. And so we reached out to Andrew, and Andrew's like, hey guys, if y'all are down, I'm down. And like essentially, that's what we did. In a nutshell, that's how it happened.
yeah. That's cool to hear. Yeah. I mean, and it will pay off, in my opinion, right? Every
Agreed.
project that's launching right now on Casper is one of the earliest, right? We are building up this community from the ground. So if we all
Yeah,
do
Yeah.
what we tell people that we're doing, like if we're honest, if we're transparent, um, I see no future why in which we wouldn't be one of the biggest coins, right? Because we're just so early and people see that.
Yes.
They acknowledge that.
a lot of people say that we're probably one of the most transparent projects as well on the platform. Like we literally hide nothing. Everything is available for everyone to read, whether it's on our
Yeah.
website or you come and ask us in the Telegram. Anything. We're fully open about everything we do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
transparency is a
It's
super huge thing. It's very
I know
important.
Shannon's also probably going to get to, and I may be jumping ahead, but bringing up how hard we're working and all that. The only thing we have standing kind of in front of us, like the brick wall, is the fact that we pre-minted. But there's a reason why we did that because of what we learned from the Solana side, which I don't know. Are we fixing to get to that? Like, is that a part? I didn't look at all the questions. I'm sorry. I've been
No,
super
you can
busy.
go ahead. You can just talk
Well,
about it.
the thing is that we were looking at was like, okay, over here on the Solana side, we would ask, okay, we have to have this amount of money so we can do this and do that. Well, it was mainly the Wells Group that was spending all of the Solana that we had to have to do the certain things we wanted to do. Um, and it was just such a struggle to get to raise money. So of course we implemented that and moved it over here and said, okay, well let's do 30%. Let's pre-mint this, which, I guess it was so new. It was always this rainy cloud over everybody's head in the KRC20, which it still kind of is. It's the fact that, oh, if it's pre-mint, we got to run away. We
Yeah,
got to run away.
correct.
So
We have the
that,
same exact problem. We only
so
pre-minted 5%, but we're experiencing the same things as you're. It's
And the
really,
problem is what people don't understand is the fact that those funds are going to be used where we don't have to say, "Hey, team, let me get some more money from you." I'm sorry, not team, but community.
yeah,
Give us
correct,
money.
correct.
Give us money. And constantly having to ask for. It. And I'm not hating on projects that do that. I mean, they look very successful. They're doing it. But
Yeah,
from what we've experienced in the past, we didn't want to have to hound our community. They're already in there rating, doing this, doing that. No, we're here to build their bags. We're working our butts off to make sure their bags grow. Well, and that's where we are, is the fact that we're struggling to min out. And that's the thing. It's kind of in a good way because we've already got everything lined up. When we do min out, it's just go, go, go. Because we've
yeah,
already watched these other coins get on XT or change or whatever, and what works and what does not work. What drives the price down? What drives the price? Where's the volume at? So I
yeah,
mean, we're
yeah.
we're sitting on go right now, but we just have our hands tied behind our back until we get done minting out. That I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt and jump ahead, but I just want to iterate that for sure.
Yeah, no, that's
Uh,
great. That's great. It's very important to talk about that because I see a lot of projects, or basically every project that has been pre-minted, having the same exact problem because it's new to people on Casper, right? It's like it's scary for them because they don't really know about it. They think, okay, the devs pre-minted 30%. Well, it has to be a rug pull. They don't understand that these funds actually help them and help the whole project grow in the future. Um,
no,
but
the last thing we wanted.
I think
Sorry,
that it's going to be a change in the yeah, I'll just call it meta, right? You guys come from Solana, you know what I'm talking about, right? There will be a change in the meta where I think projects with pre-mints will run just because the team is way more liquid, right? Why should I invest in a team that doesn't have any funds to support marketing or listing fees? Like, it doesn't make sense in my eyes, but I think people are just scared. But as time goes on and more projects do that and more projects prove that it can work or that it will work, um, yeah, I think people will also open
Well,
up
and another
more to the pre-minted projects.
well, and here's the thing, and I do understand, you know, you can't teach old dogs new tricks. That's just a thing we have in Mississippi, and I'm sure in the South. Uh, but the thing is, people are still treating and have the mindset of Solana side or Ethereum side, stuff like that. Let's just say Solana, because a lot of people were trying to move over from Solana. So in their mind, it is rug pull, rug pull, rug pull. This is
Yeah, correct.
KRC20. This is KRC20. This is, you got this is Casper Network. I mean, this is a complete different animal. It's a complete different situation going on. Now, has there been some that have minted and then the devs left? Yes, but here's the kicker. We have seen numerous times and talked to different devs that like they're doing what Andrew and Shannon did on the Solana side. The dev just up and left, and then somebody said, I believe in this project. I'm gonna keep it going. I'm
Yeah,
not
correct.
trying to do a
I
I'm not
think
trying to
Quack is
plug for
a
it, but like
CTO.
Baby Nacho is a prime key example. Pretty much the dev left, and I'm not trying to bring up his business, but and he said, "Look, I'm gonna fire at this at all will," and he took it over. most people on the Solana side would just let the whole project die.
Yeah,
But in
yeah,
KRC20, it's a complete different animal over here.
yeah. I believe or I feel like the community on KRC20 is way stronger than on Solana. That may be because it's newer and people have to work more together to let the whole ecosystem grow. But right now, um, KRC20 and Caspa in general is a very nice place to stay, in my opinion.
Yeah, one thing I want to add as well is last thing I want to do is be going, right, I want to take your coins, I want to take your tokens, I want to sell them to pay for the listing. At the end of the day, them people bought them tokens, they should ride them to the moon with us. Like that's our mission. Like we don't want to take anyone's money, profits, um, off them.
Yeah, correct,
They
correct.
bought
That's
them, they should keep them for as long as they
yeah.
believe they
I
Yeah, and
want
here's
to.
the
believe
And
thing:
I
for
believe that as
we
well.
we 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 actually, we have our own bags, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not one of the largest holders.
Nor
When
Yeah,
I
me.
started, I was like, me and Andrew aren't. I don't know where Shannon is right now, but I know for sure I'm not the largest holder. Nowhere near it. I'm like number, I don't even know, probably 12 down the list.
yeah, yeah. It's the same with us. Like there are many whales holding more than us. But I mean, as long as you're in good contact with your whales, which we are, I don't know if you are, but I believe so, then there's no problem there, I believe. Okay,
Right.
then let's dive into some of these questions. A couple of them have already been answered, so I'll just skip some of them. Um, okay, what's correct? Yeah, what was like one of the worst moments in the career of Donald Bump? Like, what was one of the moments where you thought, man, it's looking not good right now?
I'll t- I can run it this one. So we also did AMAs, and we had our first AMA with KPENG, which was when they were still like 100,000 market cap. And right before we got on there, um, Top Dollar, who's the dad for them, he's a really good guy, he's a real nice guy. He pops on there and he's like, "Hey man, I'm hearing a bunch of FUD about you guys." And we're like, "Huh? What are you talking about?" He said something about y'all being on Solana, this, that, and the other. And we're like, "Oh yeah, we were." But I was like, "We're over here now." And he's like, "Did y'all rug that?" I'm like, no, not at all." I was like,
Yeah,
"We weren't even part of the team. We were just in the community."
yeah,
We had been fighting that narrative for a month.
yeah,
And I mean, we had proofs for everything. And like I said, we're like Justice said, we're all middle aged guys, have families. We're regular people like everybody else. We're not like some dude who lives in a cave who's out to get you. But like
yeah,
that shocked us because it came out of left field. And we've always been open and transparent. We've always thought we had everything figured out. But that really got us because we were like, did not see that coming.
yeah.
And
That's
that's
a
when we
hard pill
started
to
to
swallow.
realize that, yeah, and well, and we started realizing it wasn't necessarily just us. Anything with a pre-mint narrative on it was getting hammered out the gate with FUD. Did not
Yeah,
matter how great it was.
yeah,
And when we walked into this space, and that's what I kept telling them when we came over. I was like, dude, I was like, we've got TikTok, we've got Reddit, we've got everything. We've got all the social medias. We have tons of content already created. This should be a walk in the park. And absolutely not. With it being a
I hope
pre-med,
that.
that didn't matter what we had, whether we had 1,000 followers on Twitter on day one, it didn't matter. That we could not get out from under that flashing danger caution sign above our project. And
yeah,
that was to me the most shocking because I was like, well, this is about to get interesting. And it did right after that. We met up with CropBot. Those guys are fantastic. Their main dev is he quite possibly could be the guy from Taken who plays Liam Neeson, who's like, "I'll find you." because that guy, when we started, we were going to do an AMA with him, and he started doing some checking on. He did like a full audit on our project in like 10 minutes, and I was like,
Oh,
"Oh
that's
my god,
crazy.
who is this guy?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, hey,
he said,
hey, sorry, real quick. I know, look, Bitcoin just broke through 81,000. Just letting everybody
"I'm
know.
telling
That's
you,
crazy.
the bull
Bullish.
run's
Yeah.
here, man. It's here."
The bull run is coming,
I was,
guys.
I told Justin this morning. I was like, "Bull run happened. It's here." He goes, "You sure? What do you think?" I was like, "Dude, my portfolio was up 45% in the last 2 days. The bull
Yeah,
run's here,
it's
baby.
really
It's
it's
here."
insane. It's
That's
crazy.
awesome news. But yes, so that having that stigma, that literally was like a punch in the face. When he said that before, none of us were in the same room, but I'm sure we were all just like crickets in the background, like, huh?
Wasn't
What do y'all think, Andrew?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, as you were saying, that, like, the Abraxas from Crockpot, he literally interrogated us, but
Uh, it-
we doxed ourselves with him. Um, come the end of our first encounter with him,
Yeah.
and after that, things started to turn around for us because we doxed ourselves, so it kind of gave reassurance to
Yeah. Yeah. True.
them and other people too.
Yeah, I also
and
really love the Crockbot guys. They're great.
they are, and the thing is, like, I mean, we had that like hour when we were with Crockbot, like we were sitting there and we were like, these guys are psychos. Like they want. I was like, what all that? Do they want my birth certificate? Like, what the hell these people want?
Yeah.
When they got done with it, the main guy Braxis is like, man, I felt like a jackass, but I just wanted to make sure that everything was on the up and up. Since then, man, we have become such good friends with those guys.
Yeah,
They have really gone out of their way to help us because they are loaded with coders, devs. They got some of the smartest people you'll find around. And those guys are like, here's some ideas on which I might want to try to do. And they have really taken us under their wing and helped us out tremendously since that. That was one of the biggest blessings we run into was meeting those guys. They've been fantastic.
That's great to hear. Yeah. How like much of a increase did you see in your mint count after cooperating with them?
It was a nice little uptick. It's gotten a lot better here recently.
Yeah.
Um, with with the bump bag and the stuff we put into play, we've seen
Yeah.
a lot more people come in. And it's just like where most projects are losing holders, we're steadily gaining them, which is kind of interesting. Like we haven't lost a holder that I'm aware of. We just keep gaining. And most of these other ones, you have people selling off. So that's a plus for building a pretty solid
Yeah.
community as it is.
I really do
Yeah,
believe
it's
that once
slow.
you're minted out, you guys will blow up because you already have a huge community, right? You took everybody
Mm-hmm.
straight over from the first project from Solana. You're set, as you said. You, you have content ready. You have plans for listing. That's super bullish in my opinion. Sorry, Phoenix. I I think you wanted to say something.
Yeah, I was just going to give an update on our minting. It's a billion. Yeah, 1 billion token supply. We pre-minted 30%. Per mint's 1,300. Total mints is 98,376 with 456 holders.
Yeah, sounds great.
let's
Sounds great.
go.
You will. I also talked to Andrew about this. I really do believe that there's a bright future ahead of you guys. Like you're really doing great. I know it might seem a bit slow right now, but we're having the same problems, right? It's also a bit slow for us, but I know you guys have some good stuff to come. I know we have some good stuff to come, and I really do believe we're very early to this. And yeah.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
Um. Okay. I also believe that community is the most important thing in this whole crypto world. Like it's the only thing that's giving a meme coin its value, right? It's the community that does the most for a meme coin. If you could describe your community in 3 words, what would that be?
That's a tough one. We were talking about that earlier. That's a real tough question. Um,
Well,
oh
we can
God,
say
what a funny
loyal. We
thought.
can say loyal for the ones that came
Yes,
with us.
they are definitely loyal,
Yeah.
and to put like to double down on just that one word, like you said, the folks that have come over, um, they're so happy that we didn't just like forget them. We wanted to bring them on over, and they're just so excited to be in a project that's so alive and vibrant, and
Yeah.
there's like hope and belief. In the other one, it was a daily struggle, and you were just like you couldn't see any light at the tunnel. And now we've got some guys like Matt and Max and some of the guys who were over there in the beginning who were just like, man, thank y'all for bringing us over there. We're here to the end. We got you. It's really it uplifts your spirits when you have guys that have been there in the beginning and now they're on your side and they see hope and they see that that we're out there grinding and there's a future here and it's hopeful. That's another word. Loyal,
Yeah.
hopeful,
Supportive, because we got
supportive.
supportive. We got Lisa. She joined our Telegram, and she was like, "Can I help?" And she's been killing the Telegram.
Game
That's
changer.
great. Yeah,
100%
that's
game
great.
changer for us. And that was what we had initially on the other side was the only three that were grinding in there in the Telegram and stuff was really me, Andrew, and Justin. And
Mm,
so we when we got to this side, we had it was kind of the same. We didn't have a whole lot of people coming in, and then we got Lisa, and then Lisa had a couple people come in, and now we just have this really really active community, and we're just like, it's happening. We've done it. Yes,
yeah,
our
that's
community's
awesome.
here.
That's super
And so
sick to hear.
like, oh yeah, man, we got, and it's really cool, man, because we have people all the time reach out to us now that want to help it and want to do things to kind of benefit the project. Just to put it in perspective, we had this kid who reached out to us. We had no idea who he was or how old he was. And he's like, hey guys, I want to do an AMA, this, that, and the other. And we're chatting with him. And after about 20 or 30 minutes, the guy's like, yeah, I'm a 14-year-old Caspian. And I was like, wait, what? He goes,
Oh man,
I'm a 14-year-old Caspian. I was like, you're 14 years old? And he's
that's
like,
crazy.
yeah. And I was like, well, like, what do you do? Like, do you have like some skills you got? And he's like, I do this, 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 this. And I looked at, I followed his link to find out who he was, and he had a video of him breaking down AI. And I was like, oh my God, where do they find these people? Holy crap, he was 14 and he was building AI for a bot. And I'm like,
that's
this kid wants
crazy.
to work with us. He
There
wants to
He's
work
are
with
built
us.
web
a
I'm like,
lot
developers.
of very talented people out there. Also, a lot of very
they
young
really
talented
are.
people. It's really
Yeah,
crazy.
it's shocking.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like Jim as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of a tech guy, and he came out of nowhere and was like, "I'll build your website." So
Yeah.
we've just recently relaunched our new website, and yeah, he's done an amazing job on that.
Yeah.
It really has.
We're
And
just
they did, and like
currently
I said, go ahead, Andrew. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, we're just currently, because we had a merch store, we're just currently updating that with new products as well. So that's not currently working at the minute, but will be in due course.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Well, if your merch store is finally running, let's do a merch collab. Let's collab. I can see
Actually,
Donald Bump
Actually,
and Cass Penguin. Cass Penguin sitting in Donald Bump's arms or something. I can see it. That would be cool.
hey, we say, Andrew, funny you say that. Actually,
Well, hold on. I think we leave that to the end, Shannon. That was the
that's
last
right.
question, I
We're
think.
supposed to wait to question 30 to answer that.
Oh,
That's right. Andrew got to
some
go.
alpha. I think I can smell some alpha coming. Okay, okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, sorry, Andrew, to interrupt you. You
No,
were
no.
talking about the
We were
merch
just saying,
store that's
yeah, we're
almost
just
ready.
saying the merch store is currently it's on there, but you're not available to buy on there just
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
We're just updating products and making it so you're able to purchase off the website as well.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's sick. So you can directly purchase off the website.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Yeah, for
And
us,
we got some more fun alpha about that at the end. Okay. But
okay,
on
yeah,
Question Garden.
let's hear that in a minute. Let's hear that in a minute. Um, oh, I see another interesting question right here. When you guys hit a roadblock, what's your go-to like moral booster for the team? Coffee, crypto memes, or is it just straight up chaos?
Damn, that's a
We
good
don't do
question.
chaos. We don't do chaos, do we?
Not too
No,
bad. Just,
I'll
just
tell you what I
Right.
do. I buy more Caspa. I
Yeah,
buy more Caspa.
yeah. That's a good one.
uh,
That's a good one.
I'm a meme
that is,
poster. I'll just
yeah,
spam the chat with memes.
Yeah,
yeah.
just
I,
spam the
I'll,
whole Telegram.
I usually like rage out and swear for about 3 or 4 minutes. Then I calm down and I'm like, okay, let's think about this calmly. That's usually my good. But yeah, it's funny. We like me and Justin were talking about this the other day. Like one thing about where we come from, people here are super hard headed, like you wouldn't believe. And the thing is, like when we run into those issues with the funding of the premium stuff, I told him I was like, I don't care how long this takes. I was like, we're gonna be successful. I was like, I'll be damned if I let those fuckers beat us. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah,
I was like, I'll
it's
grind this. I will be here for 10 years to make this son of a bitch work. I'm not going anywhere. So we
yeah,
like to hit it. When we hit a wall, we'll keep bashing that wall until we're doing it. We're gonna win the day before it's over with.
yeah. That's a great like way to see things, right? And it really helps to have this kind of mindset. Um, and I believe if the community sees that and understands that the devs are people who have faith in their own project and won't just leave because of one or two or even three red weeks or something like that. That also does something with the community, right? It builds trust, it builds hope. Yeah, and that's overall really good for the community. So that's great to hear that from you.
And to double down on that, like not to sound mushy or whatever, but like the fact that I know 100% I can trust Justin. Like I've known that guy my whole life. If he ever did anything to me, I could get his house and beat him up. He lives like 3 miles away. But
Yeah,
but like
that's a good insurance,
Andrew,
man.
yeah, Andrew lives like six time zones away in
Yeah,
England. But the fact of the matter is that and Justin is one of the most untrusting people you've ever met. He doesn't trust anybody.
yeah,
Uh, the fact that me and him wholeheartedly trust Andrew, like with anything, like I would give that guy, they say never give your seed phrases to anyone. I would trust it with Andrew. I really
yeah,
do.
yeah,
He's uh he's that kind of person, and when you have that level of support, trust inside your team, there's nothing you cannot accomplish. Absolutely.
correct. Yeah, I could
Yeah.
not have said that any better. That's great. Yeah. My team partner or co-dev is actually also one of my very close friends. I think I've known him since almost 10 years now. I think we went also to school together. Yeah, so that's also great. And we also live very close together, so if anything happens, I also have an
Yeah.
insurance, you know.
He could knock on his door and
I'm
pop
just
it in
kidding.
the
I'm
mouth.
just kidding.
Well, I know where to go and find you pal. I'll come to Texas.
See,
Yeah,
hey, here you go.
yeah.
Hey, Justin,
Texas.
he'll show up in Texas.
Damn it, Andrew! You're gonna be
Wrong
about
state.
6 hours away if you go to Texas.
Hell yeah, he'll be like a long way from us.
Oh man, that's great.
Damn it, that made me spit my coffee out, Andrew. That was good, damn it.
Okay, so let's jump to the alpha, Shall we?
Oh, okay.
My fingertips are
Okay.
itching, right? I can't wait.
Okay.
I can't wait.
So, like Andrew was saying earlier, we've had merchandise really for. I mean, if right now you could still buy our merch right now, but we're trying to incorporate it into our website to get it finalized, which is we're real close to that. What
Yeah.
we've also done is we were trying to figure out a way to make utility for both, get something that can really not only benefit us but benefit KRC20 as a
Mm-hmm.
whole. And what we've done is we found a way, we've incorporated a way where you can actually, like you were talking about doing some merch for yourself, you could take your images, whether it be AI, you could take drawing, something you've done personally, like a personal drawing or even a picture. You can
Yeah.
incorporate it onto shirts, mugs, whatever you want, and you can actually go right through us, and we can have it made for you. Does not
Ah,
matter how
that's
big the
cool.
project is. Does not matter how big, how small. All you have to do is get with us and let us know what you want. Send us over the image, and we can actually do a mock-up in a probably 30 minutes. And if you want it, we can order you a shirt, underwear, socks
That's
with your
awesome.
logo, with
That's
your
really cool.
yeah.
And people
And that
will
way you don't have.
pay
Imagine
with
a
bump.
penguin. Imagine a penguin on the front of a pair of boxers.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
Let's
whoa. That's
go.
hot. That's hot. I'll
I
check
mean,
that out. I'll check that out.
it's really, and we're thinking how awesome it would be to be, like, especially a new project coming up, and being like, dude, I'm so gonna get that on like on a shirt so I could like wear it out. And my buddies be like, the hell is that? Be like, it's my crypto project. You know, like how
Yeah,
cool would
that's
that be? Yeah,
that's really
like
cool.
right out the
Yeah.
something,
gate.
even something you could wear to like conventions and stuff if there's any ever in your area and stuff. You can just like, I need to
Yeah.
top making. I know where to go. We'll go and speak to Bump and get one mocked up, made up, shipped to them, and hey presto, can wear
That's
it to
sick.
the convention.
That's a really good idea. That's cool. I really like that. Yeah, that's sick. I will have to create
And of
a
course,
penguin boxer
and of
soon.
course, we have more stuff going on. It's just, look, people that have never done a project, and this is my first project, and I was the same exact way. It's like, hey, now.
Yeah, correct.
It is a
Yeah,
lot of work. It is a lot of
absolutely.
time. And then when you
Yeah,
come up with an idea, it's not tomorrow it's going to go active. I mean,
yeah,
you have to get all the basics. You got to make sure it's done right. Make sure it doesn't fall apart at the end when you launch it. I mean, it's a lot. It is.
yeah. I couldn't
I
agree
found,
more. That's we are
I found it
experiencing
quite,
the same thing. People are getting
yeah, it was quite
impatient, but
overwhelming.
yeah,
I found it quite overwhelming at one point. I think I was saying it to Justin. I was like, "Oh, it's quite overwhelming." Like, because when I eventually got invited into the dev group where all the project heads can communicate and stuff, that was like a massive milestone for us. Like, we
yeah,
had
yeah. For
eventually
me as well.
accepted,
It was such
and
a cool feeling, right? Just be part of them,
yeah,
and then yeah,
yeah,
you
considering for
started
like
from
the
nothing, and then
yeah.
you're basically being seen as one of the big guys, right? It's such a huge step, and yeah. Sorry, you go on.
No, no, it was just it was like we'd spent a month of like tackling the third, and like Lord Nikon said, with the whole AMA with Conan and then the
Yeah,
truck
yeah,
bar, but then to finally be like, actually, these guys are actually genuine. They're out here for a month, grinding hard. They're still going. Many of us would have give up by now, and we're
yeah,
still
correct.
there, literally.
Yeah,
And they were like, it was just a nice warm welcome, and I was just like, I don't know, just it was a surreal feeling, like, and it was good.
And
yeah,
getting
but
to what Andrew was saying, we've had numerous devs reach out going, man, y'all really, like Shannon was saying, like, y'all are really hard headed. Like, anybody else would have given up on this and went and did something else.
Well,
that's
Like, no,
we
we're
great.
here
just
to say,
Community needs that.
know.
Like the community sees if the devs are pulling through, even if the charts aren't looking good, right? And that builds as I said earlier, that builds trust and it builds conviction, right? That's the best thing you can do.
Yeah, if anybody thinks crypto's a roller coaster, try running a project. It's 10 times
Agreed.
worse.
Yeah,
Agreed.
it really is stressful from time to times.
It's like having a really, really violent, ill-tempered child that you are trying to wrangle, and you can't control it. No matter how hard you try, you can't control it.
Yeah, yeah,
It
I
is
get
it
that.
is
I
a
totally
unruly
agree.
kid.
Yeah,
It is
Say, look,
it's super highs and super lows, and they can happen
yeah,
instantly, and it's
correct,
wild.
when
It's a labor of love. It is.
correct. Yeah,
when when you're like, I'm a delivery driver by day, and when you're literally delivering parcels and stuff like that, packages, and you're on the road, but you're also messaging other devs to collaborate
yeah,
and arranging AMAs, and you're doing competitions and stuff like that whilst you're on the road. it it's it, it's non-stop
it
all
really
day.
is. Yeah, it really is. But
There'll be
I
times when
I love
Andrew
that,
messages
right?
us. Yeah, there'll be times when Andrew messages and he's out of breath because he's running back to his car to get the. It
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
He's like, "Oh, yeah." I'm like an hour behind.
Yeah,
Starting up my
it
car in the
really is
background.
stressful from time to time, but I love the stress, right? It's because you know what you're working for, and if you have this vision, and just imagine if it works out, right? If the things that
Yeah.
you're thinking of right now that you're seeing in your head, what if you what if everything works out and it really happens, right? It's
hmm
yeah. Okay.
And I would like to throw that out there. Just as a kind of a plug for Bump and just in general. It doubles down to what you said a little bit earlier. The fact that we are so early in crypto, the fact that it's been 2 days since Donald Trump was elected, and we've seen a 40% climb in like people's portfolios, like my portfolio is up 40% in
Yeah,
crypto. That is not a accident. That is people know what's coming. And
correct.
if you think that crypto has a lot of money in it now, wait till a year from now when they pull the gloves off and they start reining in central banks' powers, and you start to see crypto flood the market with trillions of dollars.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
one
yeah.
or two. I mean, the entire crypto space is not even 3 trillion yet.
Yeah.
Imagine when it gets to 10, 15. We're sitting here going, it could go
Can't
to a
wait.
billion dollars.
I can't wait,
It could
man.
go to $100 billion.
Yeah, yeah,
And so the fact that we're sitting here on these projects who are valued at $100,000 or less, I mean, the just the numbers are earth shatteringly unbelievable
yeah,
where they could potentially go. That's true.
yeah.
And with Bump, we have always said it, and we're big Trump guys. Like I said earlier, I've always thought this has never been about trying to get to the election like a lot of coins are. Once it hits the election, they die. We've always said that when Donald Trump wins, it will bring in a whole new era of financial freedom for people who are early investors in crypto. It's going
Yep.
to change the entire financial landscape of the entire world in a degree because the United States is one of the largest players in all of finance, and they have been sitting out of crypto the whole time because they adhere to the banks. So now that that's gone, we're early adopters. We're in the next Bitcoin, which is Casper. We have these
Correct. Yeah.
projects that are set up. I mean, we are standing on a rocket, and it's literally getting full, and they're about to pull the truck out and hit that go daddy go button, and we're about to take off. And so everybody's going to be loving Trump soon. They already
Yeah.
do. The media hides a lot of it, but soon the entire world is going to look at this guy even in more. They're going to revere more for what he's done and what he believes in over the next year. Tokens and projects that celebrate him, I think are going to be ridiculously successful because you still only have a tiny fraction of the entire world that's in crypto. Very, very small, like 6% hold any crypto, and 90, probably 50% of those just hold Bitcoin. So
Yeah,
you're about
correct.
to have billions of people mass coming onto crypto that
Yeah,
are
the
going to be
next
like, oh,
couple
look
of
at this
years
Trump
will really
coin.
be exciting.
It really is. And when people are like, we're so early, I always laugh and I'm like, y'all have no idea how early you are. No
Yeah,
idea.
yeah,
Like we are like literally at the beginning of crypto, and people are like, we're late to the game. No, man, we
mm-mm.
haven't
Yeah,
started the game yet.
correct, correct. Once all those institutions start buying, man, it's go time, right? It's
I
I
mean,
can't
yeah,
imagine.
who was it? Justin, what was that? What's that firm that was talking about adding Caspa to their buy list? It's not BlackRock.
I heard of that.
Westside.
Yeah, yeah.
Who was it
The,
now? I'm
it,
sorry.
the one that was going to be adding Caspa to their portfolio, was it Westside? It's not BlackRock. It's
Oh
not them. I
no!
think it's
Oh
called
goodness!
Westside. They're
It's
the
it's
largest.
yes. It was. I forgot. I sent that was about what 2 months ago, a month ago maybe.
Something like
It
that.
it was
They're the
like the
largest
largest
asset.
Ethereum miner or Bitcoin miner or something like that. Like the biggest
Yeah,
miner company or something like that. They wanted to add Caspa or mine Caspa or something like that. I
but
heard that as well.
this was one that was going to be adding it as a asset to hold, kind of like how
Yeah, this is like
some
a
of these firms.
BlackRock, but not as big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's got assets like into the trillions of dollars, and they're like they
Yeah,
just kind of snuck out there. They were thinking about adding Caspa to the portfolios. I was like, what? Go
yeah.
buy
That's
more. Go buy more. Go buy
yeah.
more.
Go
I was
by.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But that's the
Okay.
kind of stuff that would make it go like 10x overnight. I mean,
Yeah.
it really. There's no telling where this thing could end before it's over
There's
with.
so much to come, right? And I think
Mhm.
those are some great final words. The time is getting pretty tight right now because in 5 minutes we're hosting our game night. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So we can talk.
Sorry about that.
we have to cut this now. But I'd really
You'll,
love to have you
No
guys
worries.
on again. Like this was great. Let's do this
you'll
again
have to
sometime.
join us. You'll have to join us on our bump banter on our
Sure.
space
Yeah, yeah. Invite me, man. I'd love to come.
because
And
it'll
next
go on
time we
for
do,
longer than an hour.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Justin's scatty.
We will do that.
Next time we'll have to get you on the spin wheel. Next time Justin does the spin wheel game, we'll have to
Ah,
Yeah,
send you a
man.
direct.
we
I'm
could
pissed
do
I
a
Yeah.
missed that, man.
we could
Well,
do a
that's in
spin
talks.
wheel
Well, yeah, I was gonna
whilst
say
we're
we're
doing
in
the
talks of
spaces.
doing it. Yeah, so we're actually looking into it and talking about it again. So be on the lookout for it. It's coming back soon.
Okay, great, great.
And bigger.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
awesome guys. Thanks for joining. You're all really, really great guys, and I really enjoy talking to you guys. We'll cut the
Same.
video up, and yeah, then we'll send it to you, post it, and yeah, you can also spread it if you want. Um, yeah, and as I said, let's do this again, and I would also love to join your spaces sometime soon.
Sounds great, man. Thank you for
Alright.
having us.
Sounds good, man.
All
Yes, thank
right,
you for
Brilliant.
having us.
great. No problem. Thanks
Cheers.
for joining.
No
Yes,
worries.
sir. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Have a
Bye-bye.
great rest of your weekend, guys.
You too. You
And
too.
you.
Thank you, thank you. Goodbye.
Bye bye.